More than 120 Sri Lankans have been caught trying to escape Sri Lanka by boat. They are fed up with the shortage and hyperinflation, so they are risking their lives trying to cross the seas. Sri Lanka's navy has managed to detain some of them, but the exodus isn't stopping. Sri Lankans are fleeing by land and air. Let's take a look at what this exodus means for Sri Lanka's economy.
The fading searchlights of Colombo guide this boat ashore. Inside are 47 people, and among them, 7 children. They were trying to flee Sri Lanka at night to escape this everyday struggle once and for all. Their destination, Australia, some 6,800 kilometers away. In this tiny boat, that journey would have been suicidal, but they took the risk anyway. Thankfully, Sri Lanka's navy spotted them near the west coast. They are now back in Colombo, safe from the deadly seas, but not from the economic crisis. Such daring escape attempts are becoming common in Sri Lanka. In the last 2 weeks, 120 people have been stopped at sea, most of them in small fishing boats. Some make it to the international waters only to be turned back by the Coast Guard. These risky escape attempts are a side effect of Sri Lanka's economic crisis. There is no fuel. Food is expensive. Medicines are in short supply, and jobs are not paying enough. Consumer prices increased 54.6% in the month of June. That's hyperinflation territory. Even people who have the money cannot find supplies. The result? Many Sri Lankans are packing their bags to flee. This is the Department of Immigration and Emigration in Colombo. Stacks of Lankan passports lie on the table inside. Officials are busy making the final checks. Outside, a sizable crowd has gathered. These people are affluent enough to take the legal route out of Sri Lanka.
I've been here for 2 days. It cost me 5,000 Sri Lankan rupees or $14 for food, 15,000 rupees for the passport. I had to take 3 buses from Gaul to get here. That would have cost another 2,000 rupees. One must have 30,000 to 35,000 rupees to get a passport. This small thing alone can explain why I want to go abroad.
This office gets at least 3,000 applications every day. The staff can barely keep up. They have extended working hours, increased their daily passport issues, but no luck. The demand is just staggering. In the first 5 months of 2021, Sri Lanka issued 91,000 passports. What about this year? More than 288,000 already.
Because of this demand, it takes us about a month to issue a new passport. Although there is a huge demand, our officials work even on Saturdays to ease the backlog.
Those fleeing are not just poor fishermen or laborers. Sri Lanka's middle class is also affected. They once had flourishing lives, a modest paycheck, and a great future ahead of them. But the economic crisis has reset their lives. Meet Miraj Madhushankar. He is an accountant in Colombo. He studied in Japan before moving back to Sri Lanka in 2018. Despite his reliable salary, he is now depending on government rations.
What we get from our as salaries, it's only worth for like a 2-3 weeks time. Then we have to find a way to earn money for another 1 week. Then sometimes like a 1 month or 2 months wise, government give you like a 5,000 rupees. Sometimes it's not worth.
How much longer will people like Miraj stay in Sri Lanka? At what point do they seek better lives abroad? And if they do leave, who will lead Sri Lanka's economic recovery? This exodus may seem like a temporary crisis, but it has the potential to destabilize Sri Lanka in the long run. South Asia Bureau, WION, World is One.